Okay, I'm here. And I know I said I wasn't going to be here till Tuesday. Here's the story. Number one, things are happening, so I want to talk about that. Number two, as you probably know, I said I wasn't going to be here until Tuesday. Well, it seemed to create a little bit of a firestorm. And I wake up this morning with sad faces and we'll miss you. Greg, please do a video. And I when I say that I love all you guys and girls out here, I mean it. So when I see stuff like that, it's moving to me. It really is. So here I am to talk about what's going on here. Let's talk about what's happening now. So we got another call for a rate cut from the president, and he's saying, Dow 10,000 higher is easily achievable, with a rate cut. Of course it is. Cutting rates, more quantitative easing. I mean, you want to talk about bullish for the stock market? Yeah, it is. Look, earlier today, I posted on Facebook, I posted on Twitter. I always give credit where credit's due. Most of you know that I despise the fake market. All I want is a level playing field. We don't have a level playing field here. This is a game that has made people like me, my lions, the Wall Street banks, corporate America, hedge funds, CEOs. I mean, this is an environment that just keeps on giving. And in large part, I mean huge, this is because of the policies of the Federal Reserve and the President of the United States. And again, and I said this, under no other president, this is the truth, would I have been able to put the gains on that I have this year alone if it were any other president. So, seriously, thank you, Mr. President. And I am certain that my lions thank you. I am certain that the Wall Street banks thank you. Hedge funds, CEOs, corporate America. I mean, it's the truth. No one can argue this. The man is incredible when it comes to pushing this stock market higher. There's nobody been... Obama tried. I mean, it all started there. I mean, when we had the meltdown under Bush, Obama was very successful in reinflating a housing bubble, in reinflating a stock market bubble. No doubt about it. A lot of effort went in there. I mean, QE1, QE2, Operation Twist, backdoor quantitative easing. The Federal Reserve is still in here buying bonds right now. The yield curve is a disaster area, and everyone keeps whistling past the graveyard with regard to that. Me included, because there's nowhere else to go. And now you've got, the president here jawboning this market. Where's it going to go? I know we are in a trade war, and now it's a spat. Now, I don't know what it's being called. It switches from hour to hour. But like I've been explaining to you, the jawboning is enough. It really is. And on top of keeping crude oil propped up, I mean, yeah, crude oil took a hit here. But that will not last. Every effort is going to be made to keep crude higher. If crude oil is higher, the energy sector does better. And who finances it all? The banks. Those are the two largest sectors of this market. What does that do? Pulls everything up. So look, it's so simple to understand. Look, the farmers getting these bailouts now, I think the second installment, $16 billion. This is setting a precedent here. There's going to be more bailouts. This is positive for the stock market. It's very negative, obviously, for the American people who have to finance all of this thing and be buried under more debt than they're in already. The middle class is being decimated, and that's why I got so damn angry yesterday about the nonsense of the deep state excuse. Look, our economy is failing. There is no other way to put it. I mean, honestly, find me one piece, just one, of good economic news over the past 6 months. It's non-existent. So, I mean, we're getting the good cop, bad cop. That's already playing out like I explained to you. A rate cut is coming. A rate cut, this side. A rate cut is coming. Very stock market positive. Who knows? Maybe the president's right. Maybe we'll get another 10,000 out of the Dow. And this is going to make me extremely happy and a lot more richer than I am already. And, look, I know people are going to say, I got a bad comment earlier on Twitter that I'm morally bankrupt because I'm capitalizing on this market. But to people like that, I would have to say this. For myself, and I'm not speaking for anyone else, with regard to my books and publications, since I offer them all for free, that's nearly $500,000 in books and publications I've given away. And I donate a significant amount of my income to charities that I believe in, mostly animals. You all know that. So, am I morally bankrupt? How many of you out here are that person who left that comment can say that they've, given away that much stuff? Not too many. But I do pay it forward, and I am certain that's all I ask for from my lions that are trading this market is if you have a successful trade, if you're doing well. Speaking of that, just real quick, that new Renko system, I have heard back from many of you. Only one guy had a complaint about it. Everyone else is saying that they're doing great with it and they love it, and I want you to have it. It's also free. So go to my website. There is a link in the description of this video, right side of the page, and just download it for yourself. It's a pretty great thing. It's an article, actually. It tells you how to set it up. And I want you to take advantage of this, and I want you to pay it forward. So I don't think we're morally bankrupt here from profiting on this market. This is like taking candy from a baby, and it's going to continue this way until a black swan event hits us here. And again, the president wants to be re-elected. There's no doubt about it. A lot of effort is going to go in here to propping up this market. The Federal Reserve is going to back him up. They have a trading desk at the New York Fed. They're going to buy the market. Mnuchin's already set it up. We watched what happened in December when Mnuchin went to the 6 Wall Street banks and President Trump said, buy. It worked. It did work, and I was a bad call on my part, no doubt about it. It was actually epic. In retrospect, yeah, sure. I guess when you got 6 Wall Street banks buying this market and the president saying, go, 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 we should all listen. I just look, nobody hates this market more than me. Nobody hates the lies more than me. It's the truth. Maybe some of you do, but I detest it to the core of my being. It gets under my skin. It makes me freak out. All I want is a real market. Does that make me, what does that make me? That I want a real market, that I want the lies to stop. But they're not going to. And under any guy or girl who sits in that pretty White House, the issue with me and the president, and it's kind of funny, because I hear, Greg's turning leftist. I'm turning leftist? How does that work? I'm just calling the shots the way they are, and I'm just saying I don't like the fake market and I hate the lies. That's true. How am I a leftist because I'm calling out the president on the economy? I wouldn't care if it was a Democrat sitting in there, the most left on the face of the earth. But again, these people, you talk about morally bankrupt, they're intellectually bankrupt. And again, I challenge anyone out here to say one thing that I have said about the president that's just not true. I don't say anything about anyone that's not true. If I know it to be true, I will say it. If I don't know it to be true, I will not say it here, especially in front of the tens of thousands of people that follow this blog. And the fact that I've been around so long, and despite me telling people to unsubscribe yesterday, the ones that, there was a certain group of people I was talking to, I gained subscribers. Look, I don't care really about trying to be popular. I just want to tell the truth. That's all I want to do here. And again, going back to what I was going to say, what bothers me are the lies. President Trump as candidate Trump, man, that guy had it so right. And that's why he earned my vote. I voted for him, and I backed this guy up. It took a lot to beat that out of me, sincerely. But he had it right. He called out Obama. He called the market a big fat ugly bubble. He explained how the Federal Reserve was propping up the market to make him look good. But now it all changed. It all changed, and that bothers me. And the fact that he's sitting here and fist beating everyone, the fake numbers, the fake data, the look here, the don't look here, that really drives me nuts. Has anyone here heard the president talk about the bond market, the inverted yield curve? I haven't. Maybe I missed it. But again, so I want to give credit where credit's due. Under no president would I have done as well as I have in this market. My lines included, the Wall Street banks included again, the hedge funds included again, the corporate CEOs, corporate America. Nobody. This guy is the master, and he is the master of the stock market. There is no doubt about it. And for that, he deserves a lot of credit. It's the truth. Is it fake? Is it twisted? Is it distorted beyond belief? Is it completely disconnected from reality and the economy, which is failing? 100%. But we do need to give credit where credit's due, and that's what I'm doing here. It's the truth. So with all of this said, where do you think cash is going to go in this market? Sure, we're going to wiggle around, and we may even see big drops in the stock market, but what's the trajectory moving forward? Higher. Higher, just like I explained the day that President Trump was elected. In fact, that night, I was on the phone with your friend and mine, Greg Hunter, and I said, Greg, stocks are going to vault higher. And then I went on his show, and I said stocks were going to vault higher. In fact, my exact words were, this was a game changer. So, and there are people saying, Greg, you've been a bear for years. No, I've been a raging bull since the election of Donald Trump. Thank you again, Donald Trump, for the gift of the stock market. And another 10,000 points higher, bring it on. Bring it on. I hope you get your rate cut from a trading standpoint. Absolutely. From a middle class standpoint, being decimated, whoever's left in the middle class who are buried beyond their eyeballs just to make ends meet, my heart goes out to these people. It really does. But they're not speaking out. They're not saying anything. They're letting it happen to them. And until that changes, and it won't, it will not. If history has taught us anything, the middle class is going to sit here and allow themselves to be systematically eliminated. That's what they're going to do. They're going to allow it because there's not enough people speaking out. Like I was on Dave's show, X22 Report, and I told them on that show, there's not enough. There's not enough people that are smart enough to get behind a movement to change this entire system. I want it to change. I want it to be real. I do not want to see the middle class be systematically erased off the map. I don't. And it gets under my skin and it makes me furious. So, with that said, again, if you're a member of the middle class and you're not liking what you're seeing, speak out. Do something about it. Don't just sit back and let this happen to you while people like me, Wall Street, gets richer. I know you all like me, and I love all of you too, but come on now. This is getting a little stupid. What do you say? Anyway, all right, with that said, look, I'm going to let you all go, and I really will not be back till Tuesday. I have a lot of stuff I got to take care of. Markets closed on Monday, but I think I covered some important things here. If you would agree, I really hope you would share this video, get it out there. And if you're, one more thing, if you're a member of the middle class and you don't like what's happening to you here, you don't like seeing the wealth transfer occurring right in front of your face, it's in your face. It's going to people like me. It's going to people like me. Yeah, I'm a nice guy, like I said, and I do pay it forward, but it's just stupid. It's just frankly stupid. So speak out, say something about it, or you see this behind me? That's exactly what's happening. And the middle class is going to be forced to subsidize this thing until it blows up. At that point, the middle class is already pretty much gone. I mean, they're only maintaining their status by burying themselves in debt greater and greater. So if they're unable to sustain that, what happens to these people who believe they're in the middle class? Boom! They fall right to the lower rung. Hoovervilles. That's what's in store for these people if they don't speak out. And that's what I want you all to do today. Again, this guy loves you. See you Tuesday.